All right, welcome back to the Tool World podcast. I'm your host, David Ju, and I'm here with Master Ju.
And I'm with Mr. Ju. How's it going?
Yeah, it's going pretty okay.
Pretty okay? All right.
All right, this week we got two different techniques that
Oh,
we're
it's
going to
jumping right into it.
Yeah, we're just going to jump right into it.
Yeah,
Jump
jump
right
All
into
right,
it.
let's do it.
So we got two different techniques that kind of similarly look, and we just wanted to pique your interest on, what makes them different exactly.
Right.
All right, well, I'll go ahead and pull up the description because of how closely similar they are.
Well, yeah, they don't even know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
I think you're referring to the twin fist.
Right, so we're going to talk about the double fist punch
Double fist punch.
and the horizontal punch.
Horizontal punches.
Horizontal punches, right? So a horizontal punch is a useful form for attacking two targets simultaneously. While
Right.
one arm is fully extended, the other arm is bent, forming a 90-degree angle. Forearms are kept parallel and horizontal at the moment of impact.
Correct.
Okay. And then we also have the double fist punch. So this technique is also used for attacking two opponents simultaneously, approaching from the side front, which I thought was kind of interesting. And then they talk about stances as well. One arm is fully extended and the other arm is bent slightly. So they're both like this, right? You got horizontal, which is more
Right.
maybe straighter than
Well,
the double
the
fist.
horizontal is, I kind of think of it as like the, let's say you're doing a left horizontal punch, the left arm is fully extended to your side, the right arm is kind of like an angle punch in a way. So you have two opponents, right? One to your left and one maybe slightly to the front of you, so you're executing those two techniques. Because it was brought up recently in a seminar.
Right.
I did bring it up and asked the question, what exactly was the difference?
Well, yeah, I guess the question is like, why is it called a double fist and not like a twin fist? Because you have a twin front snap kick, twin forearm block, twin
vertical punch.
twin upset punch.
Right.
So it seems like that should be more like a twin.
You would think
Fist.
so. And
Twin
same
fist,
with
right.
horizontal punches, I think. If you think about it, it's kind of like a twin side punch, maybe? Twin side, I don't know, maybe. Right? I mean, how would you do? I guess you could do that. Both extend both of them out. And so let's take a look at the differences between the two, right? Maybe that. But let's go ahead and your thoughts on the horizontal punch versus the double fist.
So when I read over that description, it's kind of interesting because it talks about with the twin horizontal, or actually not even twin, the horizontal punch, that it lines up to the shoulder.
Correct.
And is parallel.
Right.
Right. And then also that backhand is making a nice 90 degrees.
Right.
But then the double fist doesn't mention anything about that. It just mentions that one arm's extended and one arm is straight, and you're punching to like the side front.
Right.
So sometimes when you look at like the application photo, it's weird because that fist lineup looks kind of low. It's not like shoulder line sometimes. But then I think when you look at like the horizontal punch, it's like directly to that shoulder.
Right. But, well, the double fist is towards the side front.
Right.
And it's actually a low attack as well.
And you could do it also middle.
You could, okay. You could do it.
You can also do it middle as well.
What pattern do they have that?
No, that's just in the punching section.
That's kind of like, what was the pattern where you do the side
Oji.
block? Oji. It's kind of like the block in Oji, where you do a side block and a pushing block in some ways. Obviously, the side block, the arm is slightly bent, whereas the double fist, the arm should be fully extended, right? And the
Right.
other arm is slightly bent.
Right.
But the double fist is, usually you only see it, in the pattern anyway, is in the pattern
Double fist, sawmill.
sawmill. So the double fist,
Sosan.
the only time you really see it is in sawmill
Sosan.
and Sosan, right? And it's low.
OG. Well, you see it actually. Oh, no, that's the twin horizontal. That's the horizontal punch. Yes, that's correct. And it's low.
So it's also low. And it's kind of interesting because you said the horizontal punch is done in the middle, and you can also do the double fist. We don't see the application, or we don't see the in a particular pattern. But if you're doing it a horizontal, right? The horizontal punch is to your side, and middle because it's shoulder line. And you said that the double fist can be performed in the middle as well as low,
Right.
right? And so that would, to me, that would maybe dictate based on the stance that you might be in, right?
Right.
Because if one arm is fully extended and the other one's slightly bent, then it's very similar to the horizontal punch. The middle double fist would be similar to the horizontal punch,
Right.
right?
So why do you think it would be classified as like a double versus like a twin?
I think it's classified as a double, and we don't want to mix the differences between.
Kicking and
No,
striking?
no, I don't think that's what it is. I just don't think that you want to mix the idea of horizontal punches and double fist because one arm is fully extended, the other arm is slightly bent. And that's true with the double fist, whether you do it low or, as you said, middle. That's why I say the middle one seems like it's like a horizontal punch.
But then the horizontal punch, the arm is also bent. But
Right.
It's more like a 90-degree.
Correct. So, but the double fist, the other arm is slightly bent. Didn't say 90 degrees, it just says slightly bent. That's why when you look at the low double fist, it's not a 90 degree. It's almost, it looks like it's almost fully
Straight,
extended.
yeah.
And you see that in competition and people do it like it's fully extended, which is would actually be incorrect, the technique, because
Right.
that other arm has to be slightly bent.
Right.
And I think that's key. That's really key to the double fist. And so when you talk about, well, what's the difference between a double fist and a twin punch, right? Twin vertical punch, twin horizontal punch. Well, if you look at the twin vertical punch, usually it's not done with two opponents, it's one. But the arms are also, both of them would be slightly bent because it's coming into one, right? And as opposed to the double fist. That would also be true with twin vertical punch, middle twin vertical punch, right? That could be two opponents. It's not like it's going straight in the middle, but it could be shoulder line, right? But again, both elbows would be slightly bent. So unlike the double fist, where one arm is fully extended and the other one slightly bent, I think that's the main difference between, because you're using both fists.
Right. So are you saying it's a double because one arm is extended but one arm's bent, so it's kind of like two separate punches?
Right.
And then the horizontal punch isn't called a twin horizontal because they're two separate techniques, but they're both going horizontal. So if I was to do a twin horizontal punch, theoretically it would be both hands moving outwards, like that? Because it's like equal for like a twin?
A twin horizontal punch. Well, that's like twin elbow strike, right? Twin
Yes.
outward knife hand strike. So yes, you could do a twin. I guess you could do a twin horizontal punch because they would go outward, kind of like a twin outward knife hand strike,
Yeah.
right?
That would just be looking really stupid though.
What?
Maybe.
You got two opponents coming at you and you go, ha, which one should I hit first? I'll hit them both at the same time. Bang. Not possible?
I would probably rather just go like this. You really had to.
Well, that depends on how tall they are too. I mean, if you did if you did an outward knife hand strike, maybe you're going to hit their arm, and that's not going to do it.
Right. I guess so.
You know, and you know, I think we're kind of having fun with this, but these are really just theoretical ideas, right? In real life, you may not actually do that, but it's the way we move our body. I think it's getting our body to move in certain ways that it's not normally, you know, we don't normally do those things. And so by practicing these techniques, it's theoretical, but it makes our body move a certain way. And I think that's really important.
Right. No, that's true. Let us know you guys' thoughts on those three different options and you guys' ideas on them. But as always, don't forget to be safe,
Keep training.
and we'll see you guys next time.
Taekwondo.